Hello there! I've returned to video format to explain to you E equals MC squared and time dilation, aka special relativity. Now, I would go over length dilation as well, but quite frankly, I don't understand it whatsoever. Anyway, enjoy. A long time ago, in a country far, far away, in the land of Switzerland, and then later Berlin, a man by the name of Albert Einstein began to develop a theory due to the problems that had been discovered in the theories Newton developed. For instance, Newton's theory explained gravity in a term of force of attraction between two masses. But there were problems that didn't line up with the theory. The biggest of these problems in Newton's theory was that Mercury's orbit was a bit off what it should have been. It was a mysterious flaw in Newton's perfect clockwork universe. Einstein, as you might have guessed, solved the mystery by slowly peeling away most of Newton's assumptions, the first of which being that space and the passage of time are separate and set in stone, basically stating that space is the same everywhere and time is the same everywhere. However, in Einstein's theory of relativity, Einstein instead showed that the laws of physics and, crucially, the speed of light are the only things that are constant, meaning that time and space could both vary and were connected. This, of course, leads to some strange but real occurrences that become more obvious the closer we get to the speed of light. For example, a fast-moving person measures time passing more slowly than a relatively stationary one, and a fast-moving object appears shorter than a slow-moving one. That is length dilation. Another thing that Einstein developed is, of course, his most famous equation, E equals mc squared. It's a very interesting equation. It states that energy, E, associated with an object, atom, person, or even a whole galaxy, is equal to its total mass, m, multiplied by the speed of light squared, c. Therefore, since the speed of light is about 300,000 kilometers per second, or for you fellow Americans out there, 671 million miles per hour. What this means is that there is an absolutely astronomically obscene amount of energy in any form of mass. Fun fact, a single gram of mass contains about 9 times 10 to the power of 13 joules of energy. That's 90 trillion joules in 1 gram. I can't even fathom how much energy that is. If it were to be converted into electricity, it would be almost 25 million kilowatt hours. That can power a home for almost 2,500 years. That's equivalent to the energy produced by 2,000 tons of oil. However, total matter conversion is beyond human technology. But the knowledge of matter conversion and storage is how nuclear bombs and plants were designed. So, while total mass conversion is not possible, partial matter conversion is. And it's what we call a fusion reaction. It's where two particles of matter come together to create a newer, heavier particle, releasing the energy that we use to power nuclear bombs, plants, and even stars. Alright, this is about all the time I have. I will see you in the next subject of time dilation. I'll see you soon. Bye.